Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅgham saranam gacchāmi. Tanhaya jayati soko, tanhaya jayati bhayam, tanhaya vippamuttassa natti soko kuto bhayam. Tanhaya jayati soko, soka, sorrow. Sorrow springs from craving. Tanhaya jayati bhayam. Fear springs from craving. Tanhaya vippamuttasa. He who has no craving. Natti soko. No soka. No sorrow. No worry. Kuto bhayam. Then where is fear? No soka. No worry. No fear. Both. The cause of worry, fear, sorrow, cause, the source is craving. Craving is the cause of all dukkha. The Buddha very clearly understood this nature. Buddha pointed out craving as the source of dukkha. Buddha understood the four facets of dukkha. Dukkha, the cause of dukkha, the cessation of dukkha, and the path leading to the cessation of dukkha. That is how he pointed out this wonderful teaching called the Four Noble Truths. Four Noble Truths. Friends, today is another important day for us, as it is the holy day. We got together to practice this wonderful teachings of the Buddha. After we observe precepts, we did the simple puja as usual, and then we meditated. Now is the time for us to listen to a short Dhamma talk. For this Dhamma talk, our topic is life without fear and worry. Life without fear and worry. Today, in the whole world, people are worried, especially because of this COVID pandemic. People are worried and they all have fear of death. Not only that, they are worried of many things, and they also have fear of death, fear of sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, all these things. Dukkha. So we have to understand what is to be done. As I said, because of craving, we have sorrow. We are worried because of craving, desire. We want more and more things. The more you gain, more you have suffering. The more you acquire, the more you acquire suffering, more material things. Whatever material things you acquire, collect, then since you have attachment to these things, attachment to these material things, as thinking as mine, or me, myself, then we have to suffer. We have worry. We have fear of losing things. That is the problem. If we have less attachment, we have less suffering. That is why we have to reduce our attachment to these material things. It is all right, we can use any material thing, any items, any gadget, even this sophisticated gadgets, we can use this, but we should not cling to these things. If we cling to this, if we grasp this as mine, me, myself, then they themselves are changing. They are all the time changing, constantly changing. Since things are constantly changing, with that changing, with that process of changing, we cannot understand this, and then we think that we are losing it. Then we have fear and worry because things are changing. We are not ready to accept that changing. If we are ready to accept that changing, then we don't want to be then we don't want to worry. We have no fear. We know things are changing. That is what is called impermanence, anicca. Things are anicca. Anicca means no nicca, no permanently existing, nothing permanent in the world. Everything is impermanent. Whatever is impermanent, it is unsatisfactory, dissatisfaction. Whatever is impermanent, unsatisfactory, there is no core, no substance, no substance to be grasped as soul or self. It is selfless. This is how we to understand. If we grasp things, we have to suffer. The Buddha said, Tanhaya Jayati Soko. The first stanza I recited from the Dhammapada. At the very beginning of this talk, I recited a stanza, a verse from the Dhammapada. Dhammapada, the verse number 216. Buddha said, Tanhaya Jayati Soko. Soka means sorrow, worry, arises because of craving. Fear arises because of craving. He who has no craving, no sorrow, no worry, no fear, nothing. He's completely cut off this and live happily, peacefully, light-heartedly. Friends, that is how the enlightened ones live in this society. They are living in this society unattached to anything. They have no attachment, no repulsion. No attachment, no repulsion. Just like the drop of water on the lotus leaf, the drop of water, it's not attached to that. It simply drop off, slip off like that. Or like the mustard seed on the tip of the needle, mustard seed. You can't keep the mustard seed on it, on the top of the needle, just like that. The enlightened ones are not attached to anything. They are just like the swans, the bird swans. They go to the water, but when they come out, no water at all. Their body. They are going from place to place. without attachment, just like that. So that is the nature of the enlightened ones. Since we are not enlightened beings, since we are living in this society, we have many problems. We have to face many problems in our daily life. But still there is a solace, there is a consolation. The teaching of the Buddha is to live in this society. Buddha taught us this not as a religion. Buddhism is not a religion. Buddha taught this as a way of life. This is not an ism. This is not an ism. This is a way of life. Means you can apply this in our daily life. So when we apply this in our daily life, how to apply this, how to do, what is to be done to live without fear and worry, that is to be understood today. One day, the Buddha's cousin, a brother named Mahanama, came to the Buddha. By the time he was an old person. He went to the Buddha and said, Bhante, now this city, Kapilavatthu, where the Buddha was born, and his relatives, they lived there. This man named Mahanama went to the Buddha, to the monastery, and uh, after that, he said, Bhante, now this Kapilavatthu, this city, is advanced, it is developed, it is now prosperous. Now this city is populous. There are many people, many animals, and many different things, vehicles as well. So as I am quite old Bhante now, when I go back home this evening, whenever I come to the temple and go back home, I think there are, since there are many different animals like elephants, um, horses, bulls, and there are chariots, carts, and people. I have fear, Bante. I have fear that if somebody come and hit me, if they come and hit me, knock me, and uh, I might fall and die on the spot, Bante. I have such a fear, Bante. If I die in such a way, what could happen to me? What will be my destination, Bante? I have fear, Bante. I have fear, he said. Then the Buddha said, Mahanama. Addressing him, the Buddha said, Mahanama, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. If you have 5 different qualities, if you have developed, if your mind is fortified, mind is protected with five different qualities, you don't want to be worried whatever happens. This is applicable. This is applicable to our daily life also. As the Buddha told him, develop 5 qualities, then you don't want to worry, or you don't want to be fear of your death. Whenever it happens, whatever happens, we have solace, we have consolation. Therefore, let's understand these 5 qualities. What are the 5 qualities? Buddha said, you have to have confidence. The first one is confidence. Second is uh, morality. Third, learning. Fourth, generosity. Fifth, wisdom. these five qualities: confidence, morality, learning, generosity, and wisdom. These five in Pali: Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Chaga, Panya. Again, Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Chaga, Panya. These five qualities are very much important, very much significant to our life. If we develop these five qualities, if we have these five qualities, as the Buddha said to his cousins, these five qualities, if we have these five qualities, we don't want to be worried, because our destination will be clear. This destination will be a peaceful one, happy one. We definitely will reach the happy destination, mainly the heavens. That is what the Buddha said. So these five qualities, let's understand a little bit more, little bit in detail. Saddha, the first one, confidence. Sometimes the word is translated as faith. Faith, the Buddhist, we talk about faith, but if we want to talk, we have to understand faith has two different aspects, two different uh, ways to understand. The first one is there is faith, blind faith. Simply you believe. That is not the Buddha's teaching. Buddha never taught us to simply believe whatever the others say. Do not believe. That is the teaching. Buddha said, do not believe simply because it is your tradition. Simply because it is there in your scriptures. Do not believe such things. That is what the Buddha said. So we have, if we want to use the word faith, we have to understand faith should go with wisdom. There is a faith which is called blind faith. There is a faith, that one called faith with wisdom. These two, baseless, in other words, baseless faith and faith with wisdom, two different things. We have to understand, we have to follow the faith with wisdom. We prefer to use the term confidence rather faith. Confidence. We trust. We have to trust. We have faith. We have trust. We have confidence in the Buddha. We trust the Buddha's enlightenment. That is how we have Saddha. Saddha means confidence in the enlightenment of the Buddha. We trust, we believe, we accept the Buddha's enlightenment. And we accept the Dhamma he taught. We accept the Sangha, the order of the Sangha, the community he developed, he started, his ministry. We accept these things. That with that we develop our confidence. We have to have that confidence. First of all, we have to confidence on ourselves. We have to do things confidently. We do things verbally, physically, mentally. We have to act with full of confidence. That is the first thing. Second is Sila. Sila means morality, precepts. In every religion, religious masters, teachers, they taught us precepts, moral life. We all have to accept our master's words, our teacher's words. As we Buddhists, we have to follow the word of the Buddha. The Christians, Catholics, they have to follow, they have to accept the word of the Jesus. They have to follow the Bible, what they have taught there, the masters. And the Muslims, they have to follow the Quran. They have to, they have to do their own, they have to follow their own masters. They all have taught us good things, our masters. If we are, as humans, if we are doing good deeds, if we are following our teachers, we don't we don't want to worry. We can be happy. We can lead this life happily, peacefully, righteously. This is the way to live. So sila is our discipline. We all have to have discipline. We have to restrain ourselves. We have to restrain our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. These six senses are to be restrained. That is our sila. Then third one, sutta. Sutta means learning. Learning. Learning is to, we have to learn our, in daily, for our secular life, our worldly life, we need to learn the secular subjects, but we should not forget our spiritual life. In order to lead a spiritual life, we have to understand, we have to learn the teachings of our masters, our teachers. We as Buddhists, we should know what the Buddha really taught us. And in other religions also, they have to know their own religions properly. That is how we have to live in this society. Sutta means learning. Learn what the teachers taught us. Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, like that. Let's all understand the words, very word of the masters. That is very important. As humans, that is very important, because today the people are misleading, mistranslating, misinterpreting the words of the original words of the masters, and they misuse this. Therefore, let's all understand the very words of the masters, teachers, religious masters. Then the next one is chaga. Chaga means generosity, practicing generosity. It is very important today. We have to share. Many people are poor in the world. There are people, they have no enough things to eat. They can't eat the 3 times a day. They have no things to eat at least one time properly. They are leading a very poor life. Therefore, we have to share with others. We have to share with those who are needy. That is important. Share with others. Sharing is important. That is either sharing or offering. Sharing means you simply share with others. Offering means different, which is to be offered to a virtuous person. We have to give to the virtuous persons. Then we can be more happy. That is what the Buddha said. Practicing generosity, dana, that is what we call dana. Dana is important. In order to practice dana, there should be 3 things: the giver, the receiver, and the things to be given. Then when we have a thing to be given, we have to share with others. That is important. Then we can be happy. Then the last one is panya, the wisdom. Wisdom is to be developed. It is to be aroused and increased, developed. Wisdom and knowledge are 2 things. Knowledge can be shared. Wisdom cannot be shared. Wisdom arises within you, and it helps you to realize something new. It helps you to see true, see something differently, see things as they really are. When you see as they really are, what can you see? You can see three things in each and everything, animate or inanimate. That is reality. What are the three things you can see when you develop your wisdom? You can see things are changing, things are unsatisfactory, things are without a self. That is what you can see. These are called three characteristics of existence, three characteristics of all existence. That is why we have to develop wisdom. How to develop wisdom? When we practice this, when we develop these five things, the last one is wisdom, which is to be developed by practicing meditation. Meditation is the method, technique to develop our wisdom. Therefore, friends, let's all understand the significance of practicing developing these five factors. Again, the five factors are confidence, morality, uh, learning, charity, and wisdom. Let's develop this. Then we don't want to worry about things. We don't want to be fear of our death. Whenever it comes, we are ready. We are ready to accept. Let's practice more and more so that we can be happy. We don't worry. We don't want to worry. So don't worry. Be happy. With this, let's stop here. And as we all got together today, we observed precepts, we offered a simple puja, and after that we meditated. And now you all listen to this short Dhamma talk. By doing all these good deeds, you all acquire great deal of merit. Let's share this merit with our dearly departed relatives, with all deities. May all our dearly departed relatives rejoice this merit. May the deities rejoice this merit by the power of all this merit. May we all attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu.